I think I'm finally live. Are we live? I don't even know. Yeah, if you've been here before, you'll know there's a couple of minutes at the beginning where we set up, and my volume's not turned down, there we go, where we just set up and my computer is being naughty. Where is everybody? I can't find you. I know you're in my computer somewhere. Right, and the live chat. Okay, so I'm just saying, can you hear me? Can you see me? You can see and hear Claire. Yay! Finally! I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. It's the best setup. Look at my hair. It's gone crazy today. It's a bit sticking up everywhere. My laptop worked fine, and now for some reason the camera won't work. So I don't know. But Chantal, when we spoke the other night, we were using my laptop. So I'm not sure what's going on. But that was with Zoom, and then this is with, what is this with? Google Hangouts. So I'm not sure. There must be a setting somewhere that I have to change. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Welcome to the live chat. So glad that you could finally join me. Let's make sure this computer screen is set up. Should have checked that before I jumped on. Welcome everybody to the live chat. Thanks for joining us. Can we have a update on how many people's here already and how many thumbs up we've got? If you haven't hit the thumbs up, then please do so, because we are trying to break our record of 135. And let's hope we can do that. I know it's earlier for some people because of the daylight savings change. We had ours about 2 weeks ago, so if you haven't had yours yet or don't have one at all, then it's going to be an hour earlier for you. So I'm not early, I'm on time. It just may be early for you. So good, it's coming in loud and clear. I'm on my PC, so I'm on my computer, and you are going to hear the fan, which for some reason is not very loud on my end, but on your end it may sound like a plane or a truck's going past. So I apologize for that. I've shut down as much as I can, and I've just got the chat box open, and I've got the camera going. So yeah. So got a bit of buffering. My internet may be a bit weird. I don't know if it's my end or your end, but I'm just relying on the cable that comes into the house internet. I cannot get mobile reception where I am, so I cannot use that, unfortunately. Okay, so welcome everybody, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Claire, and I am the creator, designer, owner, person that works behind Bob Wilson 123 here on YouTube. I teach crochet and share all my designs and everything, and all my written patterns and a list of my videos can be found on my website at the moment. So at the moment we are doing some reorganizing on my website, so some sections may be a bit chaos, a bit of a nightmare. But Jessica, who is Jess O here on the chat, is helping me with that. So we are working like crazy people, like a hamster on a wheel behind the scenes. So hopefully that's all going to be fixed quite soon. No one can hear the fan yet. That's good. Do we have 95 people watching already? 97 people. That is crazy. It's awesome as well. Okay, so there was a few questions I just saw there. I haven't hurt my arm. My wrist has been getting sore. This is one of those things we could talk about. My wrist is getting sore from working on the computer all the time and basically crochet, probably 17 years worth. So I put this on as a precaution, and I can put it on at the moment because I don't need to use it for typing or anything or crocheting, so I can put it on at the moment, and it helps just with movement of my hand. So if you get sore wrists from crocheting, first of all, you're doing too much. Second of all, you need to stop, say every 20 minutes, just stop, like stretch your hands out, do these ones, stretch, even stretch, like put your hands in the air and do all that stuff if you can, just so you don't get sore, because you do get sore pretty quick. And what I do is every couple of hours, if I'm sitting at the computer, I will get up and I'll just go for a walk. I'm lucky I can walk around our house here. So I just get up, if it's a good day, of course. I'll go outside and have just a walk around. Maybe the veggie patch is sort of at the back of our place. So I'll stop there if the veggie patch is going with stuff in it, which it is at the moment, and just potter around for like 5 minutes, pull out weeds, come back in. So that you're having a break from what's giving you a sore wrist. So yeah, that's why I've got this on. I haven't heard it, but it has been bugging me the last week or so. So how old am I? I'm 41. Recently 41, but still 41. Thank you, Jessica, for our link there. Jess O is one of our mods on the chat today, and Jess is a good friend of mine, and also, like I said, helps me out on my website and Facebook, and we are working like crazy people. So thank you for the links we've got there. We have 107 people watching. That has to be a record at the same time. Generally, we're under 100 at any one time, as far as I can think. That's awesome. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Maybe it is the daylight savings that's got everybody able to join us. There's another question there, but the other awesome moderator that we have here today is Chantel from Fiberific, and Fiberific has her own website. She also has YouTube, has live chats on Thursday her time at 10 a.m, which if you're living where I am at, I think that's 11 a.m. The time differences are crazy at the moment. They just throw us all out. So yeah, she has her own YouTube live chat and also her own website that sells crochet and knitting tools and hand-dyed yarn, and also a mystery lace club if you're interested in knitting with lace. Lace weight yarn, that is. There was a question and I just saw it flick past. Sandy, oh hi Sandy. Sandy's saying, can you explain the Bob Wilson name, please? It's a silly story. When I signed up to YouTube just to be just to watch YouTube, not to teach or anything, just to watch, I needed a username. So we'd just been watching, so Bob is my dog, or was our dog that we had for 12 years or something. And we'd just been watching Castaway movie with Tom Hanks, and Wilson is the volleyball. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what that means. The volleyball that he becomes his friend because he's stranded on the island and that. So yeah, that's Bob is the dog, Wilson is the volleyball, and 123 was a random number because Bob Wilson was already taken on YouTube, so chuck that on the end. By the time I realized that it was my business and that I could do this as a full-time job and people had watched videos and were recognizing the name, I thought, well, if I change it now, maybe people won't know who I am. So I just stuck. It's still stuck. Still there. People call me Bob. But yeah. I want to see all the pieces she keeps for herself. Okay, I've missed something there. That was a reply to Lynn. Lynn, that Afghani's pretty. Yeah, so thank you so much. I do keep, I would say, about half of the stuff that I make because it might be a hat or a scarf or a shawl. So I'll keep that for myself. Of course, you can only have so many before you've got way too many. So some of them get donated or gifted. And then the blankets, generally, I keep. Don't know why. I just get attached to them because they're pretty. So I'll talk about that in a moment. I'm just quickly scrolling through so I can catch up on the chat. What about store stiff fingers? Do you have any tips? If it's not, what's the word? Arthritis or something like that, then just stretch, just move your hands around because you're holding your crochet hook in a certain position for such a long time and putting some sort of pressure on your hands, they're going to get stiff. So just stop every 20 minutes. Just maybe stop, just go like that for like maybe 30 seconds just to move them around. Yeah, somebody's got carpal tunnel and a sore shoulder and elbow too. It can be from crochet if you do a lot, but yeah, so to prevent any soreness, then try and stretch or just have a break. I know it's hard. I know it's nice to sit down and crochet for hours, but it doesn't help. Hey, Anita from Maryland. Thank you so much for your awesome comment. Hey, Mrs. Alvarez, I think it's pronounced. Thank you very much. Welcome to the chat. Sometimes break out the acrylic yarn on my forearms. Oh, from the acrylic yarn. Oh, does anybody else have a reaction to acrylic yarn? Bob Wilson. Oh, gosh, it's scrolled. These comments drive me crazy. Bob Wilson is the dog. Yeah, Bob was the dog. Wilson was the volleyball. So hi, everybody. I look 31 at the most. Thank you. No, add another 10 years on that. 115 people watching now. That is so cool. I'm just going quickly through the comments. What is the name of the flower on your Afghan behind you? I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Chantel, can you look up, I forgot to give you the link. There's a link for this one, this black one. But I think this is called the popcorn. Jessica may know. The popcorn party granny square. Could you look that up? I'm not quite sure. We had this dilemma on the website when we've been changing things around. Ah, Jessica's already done it. It's okay. This is the... No, it's not the 3D flower granny. No, it's not that. But there's a link for that one anyway. I'm sure this is the popcorn... yeah, I'm going down the comments. Jessica said, sorry, popcorn granny square blanket. Yeah. Is it that one or is it the party popcorn? When Jessica and I were arranging the website, we've realized that there's like 3 granny squares all called the popcorn granny square. Like, that makes it really hard when you're trying to find a pattern because they're all the same. And there was another thing, I can't think what it was. Could have been a hat. And they had all 3 had the same names. All different designs, but it's not helping, is it, really? So I had to do a little bit of messing around there. The photo should be that, I would say. Okay, so my comments have just scrolled, so it's probably missed out some questions. So hello, everybody, and welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining us today. We have got lots of people here today, which is really, really exciting. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I look like I do weird thumbs up. I don't know. Do that, whatever. Press that like button so we can try and break a record of 135. I think we might do that today because we've got so many people popping in for the chat. Thank you, Jessica, for all the links. I really appreciate it. So we can talk about this blanket. This blanket is, so what was it called? I need to look it up. Is it the popcorn party? It's a popcorn party granny. Thanks, Fabric. I should know this, but I made it so long ago I couldn't remember. I know it's something about popcorns. And I don't know if you can see that, but I can see ends. There's like 3 or 4 on the back. I thought these were all sewn in. I was even going to give this to my sister. Might be off seeing those. So this was the one that is used in the video tutorial. Hang on. This is used in the video tutorial when I join the granny squares together. And this is using the join as you go method. And then you add your edging around the outside. It is easy to do if you know how to make a granny square. It does take a little bit of concentration when you do your first, I would say first 6 squares if you've never done it before. But once you've got the idea and how they join together, then it is quite an easy thing to do. You crochet into one square and you slip stitch into the other. But you keep your granny stitch going all the way around. And I like how it joins in the center here. This camera is not the best, but it makes a very pretty join in the middle. And these popcorns are so much fun to make, and you can make so many different colors. I've seen someone make this with this purple section here was white, and then these bits, the popcorny part, like the pink bits here, they are all different colors. So it really stood out. You could even do this black where the purple section is, and then do those with bright colours and then maybe black in the middle, or do it with white. It looks fantastic. So that's blanket, and that was a lot of fun to make. I just love how the popcorns look. They're really cool. They're very 3D as well. So that's that blanket, and thank you so much, guys, for putting the links in for me. I just need to throw this on the couch because I don't want to pop it on the floor in case it gets dirty. So that's that blanket. So yeah. Was that tutorial from 2013? Wow, that is crazy. Time goes so fast. I cannot believe that was 2013. That's, yeah, blows my mind. So yeah, I'm just having a look in the chat. So any links that we've got that are coming into the chat at the moment from our awesome moderators, Fiberific and Jess O, they are putting in the links of things I am talking about, and they've popped in the link for the popcorn party granny square and also the joining, sorry, my eyeball, the joining tutorial as well. And that popcorn party granny square is what I use in the joining tutorial. I think I just, in the joining tutorial, it's just the joining and how to do the edging, the border of the whole blanket. And then the popcorn party granny square is a separate tutorial. But if you've got a granny square, it doesn't matter what's in the middle, as long as those last rounds are like a granny square, like a traditional 3 double crochets into each space. As long as it's like that on the last round, then that joining method will work. So there's another one, if I can show you without falling off my chair. Just going to move my chat box across so I can see what I'm doing. If you've been following us on Instagram, you will know that I'm getting closer to my 10,000 followers, which is very exciting. And once we get to our 10,000 followers, we are going to have a awesome giveaway. I'd like to have a party, but I'd be the only one there. We'll have an awesome giveaway over there. So if you've been joining us on Instagram recently, the last week or so, if you haven't, then pop over and have a look. You would have seen this blanket that has been being shared over on Instagram, and the journey that the reason I started making it, and how long it took me, and how many squares there are, and how many ends there were, etc. So if you want to find out about that story, then pop over to Instagram. I don't think you need an Instagram account to actually just look at the photos and read the description and everything. So I think that's okay. Hey, Mandy, late again. That's okay. My 3 cats are watching. That's so funny. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to hold up this blanket. It's not all going to fit in the screen because it's huge. It fits a single bed, and I think that it might fit the top of a double bed, but it doesn't hang down the sides. I didn't have a size in mind that I wanted to make. I just started making granny squares. There are 169 granny squares in this. Plus I had 9 left over because it's 13 squares by 13 squares. So move this out of the way. And you just saw my casual tracksuit pants I was wearing. It is so big. It is literally bigger than my arm span. And it's 13 squares across by... I love it. I really love it. I'm going to put it on my lap now. It is so big and it is so heavy. And that's another reason I put my wrist guard on, because I knew I was going to be lifting this up. Who else is wearing tracksuit pants? Oh, I know you guys can't see it though. Let's put it up. So you probably really can't really see it now either. Let me sink to the side. So I love this blanket. It is generally kept in storage in a vacuum bag, not vacuumed up, but just sealed up. I don't have anywhere where I live at the moment to display it. But when I do, it will be going onto a single bed because that's what it fits. I know it fits a single bed. When we were living in New Zealand, we did have space, and we had a single bed in one of the spare rooms. God, I had a workout trying to lift that up. We had a single bed in one of our spare rooms, and that was on that. So yeah, it has been on display before, but it's not on display at the moment. It is display. Sounds like it's been in an art centre. It's being used, but it's not at the moment. It gets put away because I don't want it to get wrecked. It is very special to me, this blanket, and I'm really thinking of making another one because every time I look at a photo of it and every time I see it like in person, like actually get it out of the thing that it's kept in, I really enjoy looking at it, and I love all the colours. It's great for colour inspiration. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start one, have it as my background project. I've got a couple of things on the go at the moment that I really need to finish off. So once they're done, I've got a shawl and two things I want to finish, because I know if I start that, I probably won't finish the other two. Does anybody else do that? So I'm going to force myself to finish those other two things before I start that one. So I'm just going through the comments, and yeah, it is really huge. I literally can't lift it off the ground. Like, it was touching the ground when I was holding it. So, and yeah, Sally, it does look like the Roseanne granny square blanket. It would be awesome to have a couch where I can display it. I can't display it on this one because this couch sits up against the wall, as you can see. So I can't really do. I mean, I could display. I could put it on there, but I don't really want to sit on it. I don't want it to get wrecked. It's very important to me, this blanket, and you can find out why if you want to on my Instagram account. Mary's going to have to go soon. She's up early for college. See you next time. Good night from Ireland. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Oh, Mary, hi. I've just realised who you are. I'm pretty sure that you're the person that made the really, really big round granny square blanket. I'm pretty sure. I have so many names in my head, as you could imagine, from everybody that I talk to, but I'm pretty sure that's the same name. And the information that I gave you to make that blanket bigger, I give that out to so many people because we know that it works. So yeah. Is that a tree branch beside me? Yes, it is. It was, Mary. Oh, so glad you could join us for the chat. That's awesome. Yeah, that information is also copy and pasted to the video, like in the comments section. If you're making the round granny square blanket, I can't show you that one because I actually did gift that away. What? I gifted the rainbow. It's a rainbowy coloured one. It's the round granny square blanket. I gifted that to, I think she would have been 4 or 5, and she loved it. A friend of ours loved it. So yeah, I loved it too. It was very hard to give away. Okay, so I'm just going through. Apparently one of the links didn't work, but surely that will be fixed. We'll see what happens. So yeah, how many people do we have? How many people do we have on the chat, and how many people have hit the thumbs up? 80 Designs is in. Oh, hi Deanne. So what have we got here? We need a random question of the day. Does anybody have any random questions of the day? We always have this. It's always fun to have a random question of the day. I couldn't think of one this morning, so I thought I would throw it out to you guys, and it'll just be one that I see. I know Jess O had one of the random questions of the day last time, which was, what is your favourite ice cream flavour? So we'll do another one and pick someone else. I'm just having a look. We have what's in the box. So that box is next to me. I don't want to forget to do that. So welcome everybody for the chat. If you've just joined us, we've been talking about the granny square blanket that I've been sharing over on Instagram. There is a tutorial on how to well, there's two tutorials. There's one on how to make the granny squares and also one on how to join the granny squares together and how to add the edging. If you want to catch up on the process and how I made that blanket and why I made the blanket, then you can go and check out my Instagram account. And you don't need, I'm pretty sure you don't need Instagram to look at the photos and to read the description of the photos. So yeah. So we need a random question of the day. I'm just having a look through. Okay, so I found one. Our random question of the day is, what is your favourite yarn? I may pick a couple of questions if we have some more come in. So what is your favourite yarn? That is the random question of the day. My favourite yarn for hand-dyed yarn is Fibre Lily. That's Kylie from Fibre Lily. She's a fellow Australian and hand dyes beautiful, beautiful yarns. And she's my favourite speckled dyer. My favourite semi-solid, I think that's what you call it. The semi-solid, which is generally say a blue, but it has different sort of tones of blue through it. It's not just one block of blue. My favourite is Fiberific, who is our moderator here today. Love her semi-solid yarns. They're really, really pretty. And I use them for my blur shawl, which is 80 Day Designs, which is Deanne, who's in here. Her name just flicked past. 80 Day Designs is the blur shawl. I can see all my moderators going crazy adding links at the moment, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You're getting to work out today. I'll stop talking about links. So that was our random question of the day. What is your favourite yarn? Oh, I can see another one there. So Sandy's saying, what's your go-to snack? My go-to snack is generally nuts, like walnuts, almonds, sometimes cashews. Yeah, that's probably my snack. It used to be chips and biscuits, but it's not now. I've changed and tried to be healthy. Oh, we've got lots of questions today. Let's see if we can get a few out today. So Fiberific has put a link in for her yarn that I was talking about. So thank you so much. If you want to go and check that out, you can. There was a question. It's gone. Oh, there it is. Reba is asking, what is your favourite hook brand and size? My favourite hook brand, I have two. I have Tulips, which are these ones. Okay, that was because I'm sitting next to where I film. That's why I've got so many crochet hooks around. That may be back to front, I don't know. These are pink. You can also get them in grey. These are Tulip crochet hooks. And my other favourite crochet hook is... sorry for the leaning, is Clover crochet hooks. These have, I think they're silicone, I think. These have different, these are completely different sizes. We've got a 6mm and a 2.25, so they're completely different sizes. So the handles are slightly bigger on the bigger ones. Making sure my nails aren't dirty because I've been in the garden. As you can see, they are about the same size. They're only ever so slightly different. They only feel slightly different. This one is a little bit smoother, but this one is smooth, but this one's even smoother. I like them. I like the way they sit in my hands. They help with arm cramps, hand cramps, any sort of pain. Clover crochet hooks, which is the coloured ones, like rainbow, they're all different colours for sizes. They are cheaper than the Tulip ones. But I would recommend both of those. If you want to purchase those, you can go to my website and find an Amazon affiliate link. I know there's a crochet hook post in there. That wasn't planned. So there is a crochet hook post on my website. And affiliate links, what happens if you make a purchase through those on my Amazon affiliate link, I will get a little tiny commission, and that will help keep my video tutorials and written patterns going, which would be awesome. Okay, so we've got lots of answers. So thanks, guys, for throwing in your answers. Ellen is asking, can anybody recommend hand-dyed yarn in the US? There are lots and lots and lots of hand dyers in the US. I'm just trying to think of someone. Vine, I think, is American. Pretty sure she's American. She had beautiful yarn. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. So I think it's Thea. I think that's how you say your name. I've had this discussion before. I agree, Claire. I let company use them, but my husband and I leave them folded on the backs of the couches. I know, because they do get wrecked quite easily if you use them a lot. Addie Daisy Design saying, so many awesome dyes, it's so hard to choose. There are, aren't they? There's so many pretty yarns. Karen is asking, have you made any mild, that's a word that my mouth will not say, yarn projects? I'm pretty sure that is when you get two different yarns, put them together, and it creates a mild effect. Different coloured. Have I? I guess I have. I have used 2 strands of yarn at once for certain projects, but it's becoming very popular at the moment, so haven't really done any recently. I don't think. I can't think of any. Wow, all the questions, all the comments are coming in. So I'm just going through. We've got lots of people saying they like nuts, and lots of people have cheese and bickies for their snacks. People like Karen, Simply Soft Yarn. Oh, hi, Sandra. I know you go to the Spin Right Yarn tent sale. I think, is that Canada? Don't know. Could be, I think it might be America. Oh, Sally's go-to snack is sweet chili and lime soy chips. They sound really good. Everybody, let's go to Bo Sutton's house. She's just baked a pan of brownies. What is your favourite colour? My favourite colour is blue, and a certain type of blue, like a that type, that's not coming up on True Colour. It's like a bright blue, but like an aqua blue. This colour right here. If anybody knows the turquoise from Red Heart Super Saver, that's my favourite colour. Alrighty, so we are just going through. Oh, my favourite size crochet hook. I didn't answer that, did I? It's probably a 4mm, or I use a 5mm when I use the worsted weight yarn. So I'm just scrolling through. Crochet Chick is saying, do you still dye yarn? I have not dyed yarn since I lived in New Zealand, which was, it was about a year and a half ago. Getting withdrawals. I was thinking about it the other day, dyeing out some yarn, but I don't have a setup here to do that, so I have to look into that, don't I? Spin Right is in Canada. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Manny? The names and writing is really small on my screen. Oh, Denise has ordered Addie Day Designs sock pattern and cannot wait to try it. That's awesome. Support all the designers. They work really hard to design their patterns and to get everything right. It takes a very long time. It's not just, oh, design a pattern, write it down, there you go. It is a lot of frustration, a lot of errors. Sometimes it works, but there's a lot of errors. There's a lot of, like when you're making the pattern, when you're actually doing it yourself, yeah, just a lot of time, hours and hours and hours of work goes in. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because then you'll know when I have video tutorials coming out. So let's do, oh, hang on, we've got a 83 watching and 99 thumbs up. Thank you so much, everybody, for hitting that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. This is the most we've had watching at any one time that I can think of. I mean, there may have been times earlier on, but definitely recently. So that is great. Oh, and before I get, when we get off the live chat, I just need to move this box while I'm talking. When we get off the live chat, the live chat box stays open for a few minutes, I think it is. And we try and get the last word. It's just a silly little game that we play. Try and get the last word, and sometimes it can be quite hilarious. And last time we had the last word, it was Tammy Lethbridge. I haven't seen her name pop up in the chat. I may have missed it, but yes, that is who got the last word, Tammy Lethbridge. So congratulations. It could have been someone different on your end, but that's what I got on my screen. Hi, Natalie. Natalie is currently working on the Me Shawl by Clare. Thank you. Using yarn by Fiber Lily and Addy Day design baseline socks and using blocking pins from Fiberific for a blanket. Girl power. Thanks, Natalie. Thanks for the support for your fellow Australian designers and sellers. So yeah, let's do what's in the box. So as you may know, or you may not know, I work for Red Heart Yarn, and lots of my patterns are designed with Red Heart Yarn, and my tutorials that I show you on here are always generally using Red Heart Yarn because they sponsor me, so I have to use the yarn. Easy as that. I do use other yarns from other people, but most of my projects are from them. They are a brilliant company to work for. They send yarn regularly if there's a new product coming out, or if I've run out of something and I say, help, I've run out of this and could you please send me some more. They are very, very good to work for. I do work very hard for them, but they're a very good company to work for. Not just saying that, it is totally true. So I was contacted recently and they have some new products coming out. There's lots of new yarn coming out, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Not all of them are in this box because I just asked for a sample of some of them. And I cannot remember what I ordered, so I'm just going to stick my hand in the box and pull it out. They are in plastic bags, so I will need to pull them out of the bag. So this is very, very pretty. And this is the An Italian Story Ombre. Let me take it out of the plastic. So all these yarns are available on their website. And again, if you're going to make a purchase, please go through my website and go through a Red Heart affiliate link so that I get a little bit of a kickback when you make a purchase. It doesn't cost you any extra. It just comes out of the purchase. So this is the Red Heart and Italian Story Ombre. It's made in Italy. It's a 3.5 ounce. I'll hold it up so you can see it. A 3.5 ounce 100 grams, and you get 249 yards and 228 meters. I'm just looking to see what it's made of. 47% acrylic, 47% wool, and 6% nylon. This uses, it's a medium 4 weight yarn. So that is a worsted weight. I think that's back to front. Is that back to front for you guys? It is on my screen, but it may not be for you. So it's a worsted weight yarn, which is approximately a 10 ply here in Australia, or about an Aran weight if you're in the UK. It uses a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook and also the same size knitting needles, which is a size I crochet hook, or an American US size 9. So 5.5 millimeter or an I size crochet hook. Cannot see the end. Oh, I can see one there. Oh, it's lovely and soft. Lovely and soft. This is like a chain ply. My webcam on my computer is not the greatest. It is like a chain ply, so it's very pretty. It's lovely and soft. Cannot wait to use this. I've got 3 of these and planned to make a shawl with it. Let's hope that all goes to plan. Oh, I can't get it back in the bag. We'll just pop that over there. Next up, what's in the box? This one I know is very pretty. Did you see the sparkly bits? This, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I need to try that. Oh, it's lovely and soft. I wish you could see this. I know the picture's going to be blurry. Yeah, this camera is terrible. So this is the Red Heart, an Italian story. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that. It's L-U-C-E. Would it be pronounced Lucy? Luce? Lukey? I don't know. But this is 46% nylon, 28% acrylic, 20% mohair, and 6% polyester. That is an interesting mix. This is a 3.5 ounce skein or 100 grams, 218 yards or 199 meters. Now it's saying it is a worsted weight yarn, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disagree with that. This is more like a number 3 light worsted, or a 8-ply yarn. That's what it looks like. So it may crochet up differently. It was made in Italy and it's beautiful. It is so pretty. It recommends a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, which is a size 7 US, or a 4 millimeter knitting needle, which is what a 4 millimeter is what you would use if it was a DK or an 8-ply or a light worsted. So it kind of explains that. But I don't know if you can see. I'm sure you can see that. Can you see the sequins? So pretty. It's got a lovely halo. I don't know if you can see that too. You can't see it just there. Terrible camera, I know. Sorry, guys. I wish I had a camera that was good as my video camera that I used to film on, because you would be seeing me in HD. So I'm just going through the comments just to see if we've got any questions or anything. Thanks, Val. Good night. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. The yarn is pretty, isn't it? So happy to be here. Last week I was in the ER getting a heart, whatever that word says, and stent. I hope you're feeling better now. Kerry is obsessed with a Turkish fan stitch shawl that you make using a credit card. Have you seen it? I have not, but it sounds really interesting. Yes, I do work for Red Heart. I've worked for Red Heart for a long time. I can't remember. It's at least 5 years. It's been a long time, and they are a great company to work for. I can't say anymore. They're really a great company to work for. They're very generous. Do I work with Molly Byrd? I don't technically work with Molly Byrd, but I have used her yarn, which the Chic Sheet is really nice. If you can get your hands on some of that stuff, I really recommend it. It's lovely and soft, and it's really squishy. It's a merino yarn, so it's was their first merino yarn, and it's really nice. And so yeah, I haven't technically worked with Molly Byrd, but we do chat every now and again, and she's lovely. She's really nice. So thank you everybody for joining us in the live chats. It looks like some people have been able to join us, and it is probably early because of the daylight savings time change. So Fibrific's saying, I wish I could buy Karen cakes for less than $15. Yeah, because we have to import it here in Australia. It gets quite expensive, doesn't it? So yeah, if you've missed some of the live chat, it will be on replay, and it's because of the time changes that we've had here in Australia. So it's daylight savings time now. Okay, so apparently there's a tutorial on YouTube for the Turkish fan stitch. I'm going to check that out because that sounds really interesting. I've got more what's in the box, so let's get on with this. So this one is Amore. How do we get into it? So I have 3 of these. They just come in a pack. Oh, this is lovely and soft. What is this made of? So this is Red Heart Amore, a 3.5 ounce skein and 100 grams. It's like this would be a navy blue, the closest color to a navy blue. What is it made from? Because it's lovely. 100% polyester. Oh, it is really soft. It's really squishy too. What to make? What to make? This is the serene color. Yeah, and what does it recommend? It recommends a 5.5mm crochet hook, and it's a 4 worsted weight yarn. That is approximately a 10 ply here in Australia. And yes, I will totally agree with that because this is nice and plump. And it's really, look at that. It's really squishy. And there is a hat pattern on the band. This would actually make really nice hat yarn because it feels lovely. It'd be good for charity hats actually. It's lovely and soft. So what else is in the box? This one I didn't ask for, so this one is a surprise. I am excited to have a look at this because I've never seen yarn like this before. So again, this comes in a 3-pack, and this is crazy stuff. Look at it. Red Heart Loop It Finger Looping Fun. 100% polyester. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, and there are 7.6 yards or 7 meters. I don't even know where the end is. It says there's a video there on how to use it. redheart.com/loopit. Look at it. It's weird. Never seen yarn like this before. I don't even know where the end is. I would have to take the tag off to find it. But I think, yeah, this is like got loops on the yarn. This is going to be fun to work with. It's really soft. It's like a pillow. There's 3 of those, so who knows what that will become. It's so cool. It's lovely and soft. So that's that one. I think that's it. Oh, got another one. And again, this is Amore. This is the one we had before. These colours are quite dark. They didn't. I don't remember ordering these 2, but I may have. It was a little while ago that I ordered it. But this is, again, this is the Bliss colour, and this is a lovely teal blue. That is pretty much coming up on my camera what the colour is. Teal, dark teal blue, and it's a number 4 worsted weight yarn, which is approximately a 10 ply or an Aran weight. It's a 5.5mm crochet hook or a size I. Lovely and squishy, and will look great with the other colour. This is quite dark though, because if you've known me long enough, you know I don't use dark colours to make tutorials with. So yeah, I may have to design in this colour and then maybe just show you in a lighter colour on the tutorial, because it gets a little bit hard to see if there are dark colours in the video. And that's it. That's my what's in the box. So I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different. I don't have those very often because I think I've had one or two since, but I didn't even think about to show you. How rude. But that, I might just leave it on my desk and pat it all day. And this too. This was the Ombre Italian story. That's lovely. Cannot wait to see how that works up. I do have a pattern in mind for that. So yay, exciting. Oh, something's got up my nose. Pop that all in there. So we are going to wrap this up because we have been chatting for about an hour. We do try to go half an hour, but I can see Chantel laughing already. We never stick to half an hour. Unless I'm at my sister's place and I have to. So I'm just going to go through our chat and make sure that I haven't missed anybody's questions. Have I been to the States? I have not personally been to the States. I'm really wanting to go. I have seriously something up my nose. Oh, it's going to make me sneeze. So yeah, I have not been there, but I really want to go. So hopefully soon. But don't worry, if I do end up going, I will let everybody know. Donna bought merino yarn in Norway, but haven't used it yet. Oh, merino is lovely. It's lovely and soft. Reba's time change hasn't changed yet, but Denisha, I'm terrible at reading, I'm sorry. We just butchered your name. We haven't had daylight savings in Massachusetts. Getting tongue-tied. Oh, Sandy's internet dropped out. Sandy, did you get the horrible storms and rain that we've been having? The rain bit's good, but the storms not so much. They've not been fun. Daigo has not started time changes in the US yet. Kerry hasn't tried hairpin lace yet, so wish me luck. I bought the gadget and have the yarn, so I'll be starting that this week. Yeah, I've seen that. I've never tried it either, actually. Alina says, hey, hello, everybody. Taya's saying that it's the first weekend in November. Looked up recently, the UK changed this week. Well, there you go. US changes on November 4th. So we're kind of all around the same time, within the same, about a month, I would say, if you have one. The Secret Yarnery. Hi. We were talking about you last week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure we were talking about you last week and I have it written down. And it's funny because I just read the notes this morning before I started this live chat. And you can see the way I do my professional notes. The Secret Yarnery, Polka Dot Cow. Yeah, that's my professional notes that I do every week. I scribble. But yeah, we're talking about your cow. I didn't know it was on, and I think I actually come in and subscribed to your channel actually last week, and because they were all talking about the polka dot cow in the chat, and I was like, what is this polka dot cow? I need to know. And yeah, so I went and checked it out, and there's video tutorials on how to do the polka dot. I know I say it wrong. Whatever. It's me. I say everything wrong. The polka dot cowl has as a square, and there's a tutorial. I don't know if there's a written pattern. I didn't get that far. Yeah, and you can make sort of a circle and then make it into a square and join them all together. It looks awesome, and that is definitely a project that, you know, is on my list, but I never get around to my list because I have so much work to do. But yeah, it looked really cool. So if you love polka dots and color, definitely a project for you. Apparently there's lots of videos on the Crochet Crowd with Loop It. Thanks, Sandy. I'm going to go check them out to see what I need to do with it, what I can make with it. That will be very handy. You don't need a crochet hook. You loop it with your hands. Well, that's handy. It sounds interesting. I can't wait to check it out. Can you do a tutorial on how to use that loop yarn, Reba? Maybe. I don't know how to use it yet. So I've got to go and find out how. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe not. I don't know because yeah. Let's just go with maybe. Just going through the questions, see if there's any I need to answer. Leanne Burns used that with loop yarn with her grandkids recently. Well, there you go. Great for left-handers. Yes, Margot. See you next Thursday. Yes, you will see me next Thursday. Is that Thursday this week or the following week? I got a bit confused in our chat. Doesn't take much for me. How did you get started with your Red Heart? How did you get started with your job with Red Heart Company? That's a question from Ruth. You know what? I can't remember. I bought Red Heart yarn and I was designing with it and using it and making video tutorials before I started working with Red Heart. So I can't remember if they approached me or if I asked them or sort of went, oh, hi guys, I'm making stuff with your product. This is what I've done. And then it became a relationship. Can't remember. I literally can't remember. Yeah. But in the last few, probably more than a few years, they did start their Joy Creators, which is a group of designers that work for Red Heart, which is what I am. I am a joy creator and I create joy. And we design patterns. I think there's knitting patterns as well. I'm sure it's just yarn related. Yeah, we create patterns for Red Heart and we use their yarn and we are a group. So it's on Red Heart website. You can check out all the Joy Creators. They're all listed there somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sorry, I can't remember exactly how it started, but that's pretty much how I got started using their product because I liked it and then was sharing my videos to their Facebook page or I emailed them. Can't quite remember. Kerry's saying if I worked for Red Heart, I'd spend my whole paycheck. I know, right? I used to work in a craft store. Totally understand how that feels. Chrissy from the Secret Yarnery is awesome. Oh, it's the comments have scrolled again, guys, so I'm going to miss some questions. I'm using some Red Heart with love for some of the polka dots in the Secret Yarnery cow. That yarn, something has got on my nose because I was patting it too much. Alice is going to get her granddaughter some loop yarn for Christmas. She loves it. She's 14 and has remade 2 blankets. Well done. Yes, we did. Yeah, Leanne, we discussed that polka dot cow, and it is very cute. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Oh, you're very welcome, Secret Yarnery. It's so cute. I love polka dots. I love them. So to make it into crochet is, hello, awesome. The circles are addictive. I bet they are. I do have a little pattern that I made up ages ago with circles into squares, but I never made it into a tutorial. And when I saw your tutorials, and I was like, oh, that's right. I've got a pattern somewhere I've designed. I've got to find it. That would be hard to find all the notes. Comments are scrolled again, but we'll just go with what we can see. Good Knit Kisses has some great patterns for the loop yarn. Oh, sorry, guys. It is fluff. Yes, Good Knit Kisses is awesome. She, what's her name? Kristen. Kristen from Good Knit Kisses has great tutorials. She has tutorials for loom knitting. Yeah. Any Day Design says, are you packed Fiber Fest yet? Nope. I'm that kind of packer. Sandy, we had this conversation. I'm that kind of packer that goes, oh, I've got 2 days to go. Quick, let's just throw some stuff into a suitcase. I've travelled quite a bit, so I'm kind of used to what I need to take. And I'm just with the theory, if I forget something, then too bad. Talk about the Zoom chat. So I have a Patreon page, and I think the link was put in before. I'm going to have to wrap this up pretty quick. I have a Patreon page where you can pay a monthly subscription and you get lots of perks. And one of the perks is that you get to do a Zoom chat. And the Zoom chat is every Thursday, my time, at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. So if you are wondering what Patreon is about, then hop over on Patreon. All the information is over there. And check it out. Okay, this week. Okay, right. I'll be on the chat anyway, so I will see you there, Margaret. Hello from England. Hey, Andy. Thank you for joining us. We are about to wrap this up. I am just quickly going through. It's the mohair going up my nose. Oh, is it? It's gone now. I must have got rid of it. How often do you give? How often do you do giveaways, and how do you pick winners? I do giveaways not on a regular basis. Generally, when we have something to celebrate, like I've hit a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of time I've been teaching or something like that. I pick my winners randomly. Generally, I will use random.org, and yeah, that's pretty much how I work that one out. And he's asking, what's crochet? It's like knitting, but with one stick instead of two. Okay, so I'm just quickly going through. Does your husband weave? I don't know if you're asking me, but no, he doesn't do anything like that. When did you take Bob's? Oh, when I moved, did I take Bob's wreath with me? No, it didn't. We still had our place and our stuff in storage, so it unfortunately just stayed in storage because when we moved to New Zealand, we went with 2 suitcases. But I still have it. It is on the other side of this wall. There's a cabinet with my teddy bear collection, and it's got like a top shelf, and it's up there. So I see it all the time. God, that was a long time ago. That must have been 6 years this year. Wow. Don't go. This is my first time I've been able to chat. I'm sorry, Reba, but I have to keep to a schedule. Otherwise, everything goes out the window and nothing gets done. Okay, so I think I've done everything I can answer there. I'm sorry if I've missed any questions. The chat scrolls really, really fast sometimes, and it just all disappears. Or the questions just go up and up and up, and I can't keep up with it whilst I'm answering questions. I want to say thank you for watching us. Let's have an update on how many people have watched, how many people are watching, and how many people have liked the video. If you could hit that thumbs up before you go, I would really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us for our live chat. They also asked if you also knit and what you prefer. Sorry, I missed that question. Sorry, guys. Yes, I do knit, and I prefer crochet. I like knitting when I want to have a break, like a mental break from work, because crochet is work for me, even though I do enjoy it. I want to have a mental break, and I started knitting this little sweater. It's literally a miniature pattern that you can find online by Knitter Rater, KNITERATOR, and there's a free pattern. Put that way so the ends aren't sticking out. Excuse my ginormous stitch markers. I couldn't find my small ones. Stitch holders. Yeah, I like knitting when I just need to zone out. that is my getaway. Just like people use crochet for their getaway, that's what I use for mine. Do I have any Boyd bears? My husband collects them. I think I've got 2. I collect GANZ, G-A-N-Z bears, and also handmade bears. I haven't bought one for a while. So. Oh, you have your brace on, it's playing up. Have you had a big crochet project that's flared it up? Yeah, I do have this brace on. I haven't had a big crochet project. I've had a big website project that's playing it up. And yeah, so I pop this on when I'm not working just to help. I put it on when I'm asleep too, and it really helps when I'm asleep. I sleep funny, and I hurt my arms, my wrists. That sounds really weird. I sleep on my arms like that, so they get sore. So yeah, I just pop that on, and it helps really, really well. Knitting is not hard. Nope. Do you have a teddy bear collection because everyone calls you Clare Bear? No. But that's funny. No, I don't. But I've never actually made that connection. That is hilarious. Okay, so I will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Jess O and Fiberific, for being our awesome moderators as usual and joining us every week here on the chat. I really, really appreciate you being our moderators, and I appreciate everybody for jumping in when they can. And if you're watching this on the replay, I really appreciate that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I will hopefully see you next week for our Monday chat. We have one every week at 10 a.m. Australia Sydney time. I am now on daylight savings, so if you're Googling what time it is daylight savings. So I may be an hour earlier depending on where you are in the world. Thanks everybody for joining us, and I will see you in the chat box after I finish this live chat, and we are going to see who can get the last word, and I'll write it down and let everybody know next week. It is just a silly competition that we have. I just realised that it's Crochet Clock isn't here, so hopefully she's okay and she's just busy. So thanks for watching, guys. I will join you in the chat box. I'm pointing here because you can totally see it on my screen. That's where I'll be in just a moment. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic week. Hope you get lots of crochet and yarn squishing in between now and then. Oh, I have a yarn festival coming up on the weekend. I didn't talk about that, but that is a Fibre Fest, and it is in Singleton, New South Wales. It's about 8 hours. No, not 8 hours. 4 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. It's a long way from my house. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend, and I will give you all the updates next Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.